So George, I'm excited to be here because all my clients know and all my friends know that Pyro is one of my favorite restaurants. And the way that me and you connected was actually through one of my clients who said to me, he's like, Harry, how many times do you eat at Pyro a week? I'm like, guaranteed at least once or twice a week. And he said, do you know the owner? I said, no. And he goes, let me introduce you, because he goes, you should meet him. And so Phil introduced us both. And now here we are. We finally met. We've done a couple of kind of promo deals with you for our clients. And then I said, you know what? I want to bring George on because I firmly believe that you have one of the best fast food elevated experiences that you can get. And it really meets the criteria of what I think the population needs to be eating. So I'm excited because I want you to share all the information and all the back end of the restaurant. And I want to learn more about the product because I like to know where I'm going, where I'm getting my food, who am I dealing with, because I think that just enhances the experience. So, George, why don't you tell us a quick little bit about yourself?
So I'm born in Montreal, raised there till early 20s. I came here in 1994. I got involved in the restaurant business. I was doing full service at the time. In the Gatineau side, then I moved to Ottawa. We did the Baton Rouge projects across the city. So I'm used to high quality food, high quality service, where it's all about pleasing our customers and creating food from scratch. I used a lot of that philosophy from Baton Rouge when we created Pyro, and here we are now. Wow, I've been in Ottawa longer than I've been in Montreal. So born in Montreal and now in Ottawa. So we're here trying to give high quality food and high quality service as you get in a full service restaurant in a fast casual environment.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do.
How did you make the transition to coming up with Pyro? Because obviously Baton Rouge to Pyro, there's a bit of a difference in terms of the food. So how did you come up with the concept of Pyro?
I think it's two main reasons. One, being a family man, having 2 children and my wife. We live here in the Canada South in Broadwood. We wanted to have a good lifestyle and a good balance of life work. In the full service business, nights and weekends is where you're always working. And we did well with Baton Rouge, but that's when my children were born and I never saw them. I was never at family events. And I found that, my future, that's not what it was about. My Greek upbringing from immigrant parents, it's all about family and food. And we surround ourselves around the table and we spend 2 hours eating. Till I met the Italians, they spend 4 hours eating. But anyway, I wanted a better life-work balance. And number 2, I wanted to bring to our customers in Ottawa and hopefully everywhere else in Canada in the long run, high-quality food in a fast, affordable environment.
So your Greek heritage obviously explains a little bit of the Mediterranean feel that you get here.
Of course, yeah.
And so from your experience in food and obviously your Greek upbringing, how do you make, what's your product quality like here? So what are the core concepts around your food quality that you use here?
We use a slogan called True Food. What we do is real cooking, fresh, scratch cooking. We make our dips in-house. So we make tzatziki with real Greek yogurt from Plagakis, a farm in Ontario, in St. Eugene, Ontario. That's as local as you can get. We buy the best ingredients. We buy local when we can in the summer on our produce. We buy local lamb and beef year round. Everything is Canadian when possible. Of course, in the winter times, it's very hard to get lettuce that's made in Canada, but we do our very best to use Canadian products. And we do a lot of imported Greek products. So our olive oil, a lot of my Italian friends are going to get mad, is the best in the world. It's Greek olive oil. Extra virgin, cold pressed, and it's imported and comes from a local supplier. So we're 99% seed oil free. We only use seed oil for one dressing, and that's because it's our vinaigrette, and that's because, really high quality olive oil will get really hard in the cooler. Okay. So it'll be too thick to spread across. So we have to blend it with some canola oil. But seed oil free, I don't think there's 5 restaurants in Ottawa that could say that.
And I think that's something I enjoy about coming here is as a person with allergies to certain foods. I think that when I come here, the one thing I was impressed of is like the first 3 or 4 times I went to the different locations, because you guys have 3 locations, right?
3 in Ottawa.
You have Elgin, you have Canada, and you have Barhaven.
That's correct.
And every single one I went to, I would always say, hey, what has eggs in it? Is there anything gluten-free? Everybody knew the answers to my questions, which always makes me feel good, because I know now everything is made in-house and I can feel confident in what I'm buying. And so one thing is that when I tell my clients, when you come here, it's like, what you're going to get is what you are going to get. So you don't have to stress out about all the additives and different ingredients that are in there. So, which is great. So what inspired you to make that home? Because it's obviously harder and more expensive, right?
Exactly. So our menu is very diverse. You can satisfy many dietary needs. We have food info sheets that describe all the details of what's in our food. We very seldom add salt or sugar in 95% of our food. It's real food. It's the way my mother, grandmother, and aunts and everyone I grew up with eating at the table for hours made food. Real food with real ingredients at a much higher cost.
Yeah.
And so, I'm very thankful that you invited us to do this. We really need to get the word out in Ottawa, what we really do here and what we're all about. Everybody loves a good burger, but daily, you want to take care of your health. You want to take care of your body. You want to eat clean food. Well, we can do it. We do it, and we do it at a very competitive price comparison to pay.
It's true, because you can do buildable, right? So if you don't like spinach, you don't have to put spinach. If you have a sensitivity to gluten, you can get without it. I think there's only one thing, your lamb meatballs have eggs in them. Yeah. Right? I think everything else is egg free. And again, they knew the answers to that pretty quickly. And so when you're starting to make the food and trying to source it, you told me about you try to source a lot of local food. What inspired you to want to, I want to know what inspired you to want to make it local? I mean,
yeah, of course, sure. So as a Canadian born, and I love this country, and I'm born in Montreal, raised in Montreal, moved here. I've actually been living in Ottawa longer than Montreal. I wanted to go farm to table, but I found that's extremely difficult to do in Canada because of, all the realities of Canada, the winters, the seasons. Also, cost is a big problem with the farmers. They do their very best to produce great products, and they do. The lamb in Ontario and Quebec, I think, is one of the best lamb in the world, and we use that for our lamb meatballs. We use our Alberta beef for AAA Alberta beef for our braised beef, but really we just wanted to have clean food, made in-house with the best ingredients and proper cooking methods. So we grill and we roast. You don't have a fryer in the building. We roast with, a really high-tech, high-end oven called RHO. It's an incredible oven, and we can control the way we roast things if we need more humidity or if we need more dryness for our roasted veggies. And, it's very basic stuff, but people don't do it because it's too time-consuming and too expensive to do it this way.
So when you guys make your meat, you were telling me that when you put it on the grill, there is none because you use that specific oven. So you're not even adding oil to it or anything. It comes straight from the oven right to the kind of service area, right to my plate, correct? Like there's no added oils or anything as we go through the process.
Not exactly like that. It comes from raw material, ground lamb, for example, and then we mix our ingredients and spices into it. Then we form it into, we weigh and form the balls. It's always exactly the same weight, minus whatever you lose at cook down. So we grill it for some barbecue flavor and to put nice grill lines. And then we take it and put it in the oven, put a probe in it, and it gets cooked in the oven perfectly every single time.
Gotcha.
And then when we serve it in the front of the steam table, so we retherm it. If it's not used that day, whatever's put in our coolers, we retherm it in the RHO oven, bring it to the front, drop it in the steam table. We do that with small amounts. So we're retherming much more often daily, keep the taste as premium as possible.
Yeah, I know. I think I think one thing that all my clients always tell me about your food is it's consistent. Like they've never said, oh my God, I've had 5 bad experiences. They've always said, Harry, every time I go there, it's super consistent. The quality's there. and that what you get is what you are going to get in the product. And I always say to my clients too, is that when you come here, you're going to feel like you ate a homemade meal at an elevated level with no gas or bloating after you eat it. And so in terms of the future of Pyro, do you have any secrets or any new recipes or anything coming up? Any new hidden gems you're going to share with people?
Yeah, you know what? We like to bring in LTOs at least 2 times a year. Our goal is 4 times a year.
So explain to us what an LTO is.
LTO is a new product we bring in. So it's called a limited time offer. A lot of QSRs and full service restaurants do this, mostly the chains that have huge teams behind them developing all this stuff. We're a very small team with a lot of production and output. So we've done this before and we're going to do it again. So this spring, we're working on probably like a 3-4 summer or spring salad with fruits and nuts and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We're working on that. We have our annual teas that come out in the spring and last till the end of fall, teas and refreshers and juices. We get 2 flavors going at all time. That's coming probably starting end of the month. And then, from those LTOs, sometimes they're so loved, they become part of the menu.
Got it. When you're putting together your new concept of Pyro, obviously you're ahead of the trend in terms of real food to table. How did you come up with that concept?
Well, being in the food business for a long time, specifically Baton Rouge quality, and then simple, the way I grew up. Eating the food we ate, the clean food, the less is more mentality of Mediterranean, Southern Italy, Southern Spain, Greece food. That's how we ate. So and then balance of life for my family. And so I connected and created this concept for that purpose.
So tell us about the options that you have here, that you can bring that farm to table experience. So you come through the door. How does it work here? So tell us about how the experience works.
Yeah, it could be very confusing. I've noticed that on people's faces. So we try to make it simple with having great training and great education. It's a 5-step process. You walk in, you do build your own, or you choose from curated bowls or pitas. And then it's a 5-step build your own process. You pick a base, a dip, a main, a topping, and a dressing.
So your base is all different types of leafy greens?
Yes. So we have greens and grains, what we call. So you can do a salad with 4 types of greens. You can do grains with 2 types of grains, or you can do a combination of a half grain, half salad.
So I have a point. Your rice is yellow. What do you put in to make it yellow?
Turmeric.
Okay. So it's not food color.
No.
Because I always wondered that.
Coloring. There's nothing in here except natural, real products. Greek olive oil.
Okay.
No seed oils. There's no food coloring. Get out of here.
Well, you never know. You look at it and it's yellow, and I always wonder what it is, right? So I always say no to it, but now I always wanted to ask it that one. So it's turmeric. So you can get grains, and then I think it's 2 types of rices.
Right? Yeah. So we have basmati rice, which is colored with turmeric, and we used to put saffron in it, but we had a lot of pushback from intolerances for fragrance. And the other one is a wild blend, so it's black rice, quinoa, and lentils.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, good. And then you pick your salad, and then from there you got your dips. Now, tell me about this. Tell me about the options with the dip, because harissa is one of my wife's favorites.
Yeah, the 6 dips: tzatziki, Greek yogurt, hummus and red pepper hummus. We make it from scratch. Funky feta, Greek yogurt, jalapeno peppers, 2 out of 10 spicy. Okay. Eggplant. It's like a baba ganoush with Greek style. And then we have the spicy harissa, 7 and 10 spicy. That's kind of a Tunisian Moroccan spread that we Greekified.
Okay.
And, cut down the spices. And it's made with 2 types of peppers.
And so when you have your meat options, so for our listeners, what is a serving of meat that's standard that comes in? Is it 2 ounces, 3 ounces, 4 ounces, or 5 ounces?
What is it? A very good question. It's 100 grams.
Yes.
So I'm not doing metric, but it's 100 grams.
Okay.
Because people can relate to that very easily versus supermarket. So 100 grams in the supermarket of processed chicken breast is $3.99.
Yeah.
Well, our real chicken breast cooked and sliced here is $4, same price.
And you can double, as I know when I come in, I get double protein because I already knew that it was 100 grams. So I know that my portion of protein that I like to eat is usually 200 grams per meal. Yeah. So for me, it's perfect because you guys are consistent with it. And again, I asked her, I'm like, what's your portion of protein? She's like, it's 100 grams. She knew right away. So I'm like, okay, double my protein.
Yeah. So we do something that most people in this industry don't want to do is have a scale right in front. We have the scale for consistency. We have the scale for portion control. And we also have the scale for our customers. Many of our customers weigh or know exactly what they want to eat. Like you said, you want 200 grams. We have customers that say, I want 130 grams. Well, if they get 130, they're paying for 100 gram plus the half portion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. So anybody who comes in who wants to eat and who says, hey, I would like 150 grams of meat, because the two foods that we generally see in our office that people are deficient in is majority of people struggle to eat enough protein, and a majority of people have struggled to eat enough fiber. And your product, I always say, is protein and fiber centric because it's salad with protein on it. Now you're saying that they can customize and say, hey, I want 150 grams of meat on my plate, and they pay for that. Oh yeah, wonderful. I didn't know that. You prefer they do 100, like I just say double protein and that's it.
Yeah, we like keep it simple and avoid any confusion. So you get a full gram, a half a gram, or a full portion, a half portion extra, or a full portion extra. You're going to pay the half or the full. If you're at 0.2 or 0.7, it doesn't matter. You're paying the half or the full. But we'll customize, is my point. Because we have the scale, we could customize. We have a lot of guys in Barrhaven near the gyms that are, they will lift weights, so they have specific food needs. Yeah, and we help them as much as we can.
That's awesome. So in terms of the food itself, so obviously most of it's locally sourced. Now dips, so you said you used Greek
yogurt to make our tzatziki and our funky feta.
So with the Greek yogurt, would that be sheep-based or is that dairy-based?
Sheep or cow, it's both.
Yeah. Oh, it's a blend.
Yeah, it's a blend. Because it's Greek yogurt from a farm in St. Eugene, Ontario. The brand is Plagakis. You can't find that ultra thick Greek yogurt, the real deal strained yogurt.
Okay.
You can't find that in the supermarkets. It's made for food service.
Gotcha. So now you locally source all of your ingredients. You put it on the plate, and so now when people come through the door, are they able to order in advance? Are they able to order in bulk? Like how is your ordering options for that?
Yeah, so we have online ordering, and then we have third-party marketplace ordering, which is Uber. Online ordering, just go to our website and you order. If you're going to do that, you may as well sign up to our loyalty program so you can benefit from it.
What are the benefits of the loyalty program?
Yeah, you could collect points per spend, and then you can use it to get a free pita, a free bowl. There's different categories. We won't get into the specifics, but okay, yeah, definitely collect points and redeem food from points.
So what thing you would love everybody to know about Pyro? Like what is the one thing that you want everybody to know about when it comes to your brand and everything you guys do?
Yeah, one thing's hard. Like I'll give you a couple of things. We make really fresh, real, true food. Number two, we're as fast or faster than McDonald's when you walk in to pick it up. So there's no need to worry about waiting. Very price competitive for the quality and the portions that you get.
The portions are huge.
Catering and bulk ordering, that's people don't realize or don't know that we do. We do a lot of that with schools and hospitals, and everyone's been very, very happy. And we can tell because of the increase of demand for catering. And, very simple. When you're barbecuing at home, you can buy your meat wherever you want. You want the special touch with the harissa, just drop by and get a 8-ounce container.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can buy just the dips or the sauces and just come in and buy.
Dressings is coming. Right now we have just dips. Dressings is coming. And that's it.
Okay. And so now I want to know a little bit more about George outside. So walk me through. What does George do for his health routine? What are 3 things that you do every day to keep yourself healthy? Obviously you have 3 locations. Your kids are how old?
16 and 13.
Okay, so you're busy.
Yeah,
right?
Very busy.
And then obviously you're a husband. So what are 3 things that you do to keep yourself healthy other than eat your own product?
Yeah, that's true. I eat too much of my product, but that's fine. In the summertime, I love mountain biking. We live behind the trails, so I do that to keep busy. It's because it's something I enjoy doing. When it comes to going to the gym, I'm not disciplined. So I'll go on and off for weeks and then I'll quit and then I'll do it again. So I try to do that.
What's your favorite lift at the gym?
A deadlift.
Deadlift. Okay.
Yeah. I'm more into like stretching and lightweight or body movements just to have a good posture and keep mobility and flexibility high. I find that's the biggest problem I have due to the stress in my industry and in my life. Yeah, it affects me by getting tight.
Okay. I've always said if you are angry, usually anger management is tightness. I would say if you stretch more, you're less angry.
Yeah, so there you go.
What else? What's the third thing that you do for your health?
Socializing.
Okay.
So I do a lot of socializing with friends and family, and a lot of it is at our homes. Our homes are our friends' home, and we get together and we'll barbecue and eat and talk. And we set up the table, and 98% of the time we're stuck at the island standing. And it's that's what we do. And
so, what's your favorite meal outside Pyro? What do you eat? What's your favorite meal?
I'm a pizza maniac.
Yeah.
I make all kinds of different types of doughs and pizzas, and I could eat pizza every day. My wife makes fun of me.
So, in terms of location, so tell us, what are the hours of operations? Where can everybody go to get the product?
Yeah, so we have Barhaven location, first location, then Elgin Street, and then Canada. We are open at 11, and we close, depending on seasons, anywhere from 8 to 10. So this is where we are in Ottawa. We now since have teamed up and are starting our expansion. We have one store in Calgary and Glenmore Landing, so that's our first expansion outside of Ottawa.
Okay,
and we're hoping to bring this quality and the experience and the product to everyone across Canada.
But remember, we need a Pyro in Ottawa South. That's where my office is, and I'd really appreciate if you could look for something in that area, because
that would be a great market. We're just too busy right now.
So yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And is that your vision for the brand, to be a Canada-wide brand?
In the long run, I mean, we have to bring this food and this experience to other people. Everyone's trending this way. I mean, we've been doing this way before things became trendy. Like, we have compostable bowls from the day one, and a lot of people are using them now, but nobody had them at the beginning. Maybe one other brand, salad brand.
So that's important to note. So tell us about your recycling, because this is important, right? Because plastics are all different types, and we're starting to hear more about the BPAs and the microplastics. So your bowls, they're the brown bowls. So what's the difference between the brown bowls? So obviously they're more compostable. That's going to be more expensive as well.
Yeah, much more expensive.
So why did you decide to go that route?
Because we believe in that, right? We believe in the sustainability, and we wanted to be cutting edge in everything we do, our food quality, our packaging, everything. And then COVID came, so we had a lot of difficulties with packaging, but now we're almost back to normal. We have some plastic forks left, but we're going to the compostable ones immediately when those are finished, because they're now available at a reasonable price.
Could do on trend, local, farm to table, and environmental. And so now that it's over, what are some of the things that you that I want to let people know, some of the struggles that you went through COVID, because I think that hits hard. Would you share some of your experiences? So now that obviously you said the word COVID, what are some of the struggles that you went through that now you're starting to get over after that whole experience? Because obviously restaurants got hit pretty hard, right? What are some things that you could share insight to all of us who didn't have to go through some of those experiences went through? What is one or two things you'd love to share with people about how that experience shaped your brand or your business, or how it affected you? Because I don't think a lot of people are aware of what actually happened from the back end of how people had to go through life and experiences as a business owner.
Yeah, a lot of people suffered in those times, but in the food business, supply chain was the biggest problem, availability of products and costing of products. We had romaine lettuce that was $100 a box. Wow. Unheard of.
This was wonderful. Thank you for sharing everything about us. If you're looking for the best salad bar in the city, and you want to be able to build a bowl, and you have food sensitivities, and you want to double your protein, and you want to make sure that you're getting all of your nutrients for the day, as many as my clients know, I'm always a big fan of making sure that when you eat out, you have protein, you have a vegetable on your plate, they have water, they have sparkling water, they even have kombucha, if you like that. And most importantly, they're local, they are environmentally friendly, and they're local owners. And I think that there should be more restaurants like this that get more attention, and most importantly, it's better for your health. So it can be a win-win. You're helping a local business, and you're helping your body get healthier. And we want to make sure that he has the opportunity to open one in Ottawa South so that I can be there all the time. So please make sure you go out and support this brand, because everything to do with it, you can see it's perfect, right? No seed oils, 100% environmentally friendly, local brand, local owner. And honestly, obviously, you guys can see just a genuinely great human. So please go out and support this brand. It's one of my favorite. And if you like it, comment below, tag us, tag Pyro, and let people know that you're out there spreading the word about good food, because everybody always says you can't eat right when you eat out. And I 100% thinks that's bullshit, because there are great places out there that you can eat and still get healthy and still accomplish your goals and still be social with friends. So have a wonderful day, and thank you for listening.
Awesome. This was a great day. Thanks for having me on the podcast. I'm very happy to be able to share what we do with the public.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.